Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mark, aka Christ169, coming to you with a quick upload video. It's maybe about 5-10 minute video here. Not gonna be very long. Upcoming videos today. I'm talking about my upcoming video live stream top 10 games over my life. My top 10 favorite games. More news about gaming stores, i.e., GameStop, and also gaming industry. I don't have a lot of in community. Most of the game industry itself, as when it comes to physical games, and more information will be dealt with on that. This is a special one here, though. I already picked two winners. They've been announced. The video yesterday, I do believe. To congratulate uh, boxing and one or gentleman. I can't remember her name. Sorry, there's the name. But they won the 1 month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate contest. They put their gamer tag and their name into the chat here. Because the only requirement was to be subscribed and put your name in the chat. And I mean, a lot of you guys didn't get to it early, and I apologize. I made it about maybe a month before, but I should have gone a little longer than that. So, hey guys, we're gonna have coming up. But I hit 200 so fast. I wanted to get it out and done because I have a lot of videos I want to do, a lot of things I want to talk about, and the videos I want to actually upload and create for you. And it's hard to do when time restraints from work and my mother's passing and stuff like that. And my mother's passing in February kind of put the kibosh on a lot of the stuff. I'm not saying my mom dying is like any type of reason, excuse to not make a video. But when you lose your mother, and we kind of knew it may happen, but happen really quickly, kind of thing, it's kind of a kibosh in your videos. So I had to really just sack all the videos I was going to do that month and the next couple months, and I'm barely now getting back on track. Of course, understand what you guys have given me a lot of praise and a lot of understanding about my mother passing, and I appreciate that. I will make a video about this eventually, probably a few more months. I'll make a video talking about what happened and how death affects people. How affects. Doesn't matter if you die by your own hand or by fate or by an illness or just random chance. But I will talk about that eventually. My top 10 games I'm going to talk about are games over my lifetime. I'm 44 years old. I've been playing games probably 7 or 8 years old. So if you calculate 7 or 8 years old from that, so I'm 44 minus say 30 years. Don't know. Started in '86, so technically say 86. It was I was a young kid back then. No, I was only 5 years old, maybe 81, 82, so 81, so 80. About 5, 6 years old. So I was younger back then. So I'm gonna push it probably to 89, 90, where I have a better grasp of video games back then. But I played Atari games, played old games, and my favorite games are gonna be games that I'm gonna look at myself. Games that a lot of you guys who are around the age of 40 or below 40 are not gonna understand. Like, well, what the hell is this game? Oh, what the hell is that game? What is this game? What is that game? What is this? And you have a lot of questions. And and I'll mention my top 10 of that. It'll probably be a 5-10 minute video. I'll have discussions at the end where I'll talk about each game and what I remember from it. Being as that my childhood was different than yours, by games and hardware understanding. I grew up with the NES and even the Atari 600 for a short time. Master System, I could go on for a Super Nintendo, and just Sega Dreamcast later on. I mean, I have in games I played. It's almost kind of a mismatch of games, but I will literally get each game genre on each console that I played on. I'll give the one game that I remember the most. Once I do that, I'll probably write them down and have a better idea. So it'll take a couple weeks because I have to literally get my brain in focus to really look at the games I'm looking at. Remember the title or remember something of the game because I mean I can't not remember the game right away. But if I say a certain thing on Google, it'll pop up game. Pretty cool if you have a question about a game you played, can't remember it, you just remember certain things, certain songs or whatever. Google will find the game, and it's pretty cool. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. That doesn't work all the time, but when it does work, it's pretty interesting. Like but that's something I'm working on, and more GameStop news is going to be just more about GameStop as a whole. In the game industry itself, in the gaming community itself. The gaming and GameStop is going to be, because GameStop is the game community, folks. We can make fun of how point laugh at them for being a company that's going pretty much belly up or getting out of gaming. But they are a big part of the gaming generation of my life, as well as most of yours. Before, hey, boxing, before, before clicking on a mouse or pressing A button on a controller, became the norm. We had to go to a place called GameStop. You went to Walmart because you had to find somebody to lasso them, drag, kicking, and screaming to unlock the damn cage. Where they're in. Because there's always somebody, it's just John. He's on break, or he's over here helping Susie in pain. Like, yeah, that's great. Let John be over here in the game area. You hit set one of those people, set one of those games free. Because they can't have it, people steal crap, and then that's just being truthful. If you go to Walmart nowadays, all the gaming computer crap is behind a glass wall. People steal stuff. That's the way it is. People are thieves. They got root for everybody else. So that's how it is. That's why you go to Japan and the cell phones are being displayed without 20-foot cables and lock all over them, because they don't steal, because they know better. Here in America, you shove it in your pants, why not? And run out the door with it. Hey, go for it. I kind of 5% discount. But I'm not going to talk about the immoral quality of our country, or the immoral or the immoral quality of humanity. Because we'll be here all damn day, and I'm not a humanity channel. I'm a gaming channel. But I will discuss my top 10 favorite games over my lifetime, going probably back to the 80s, probably late 80s, early 90s. Because if I go back to the Atari era, and I was born in 81, so I'm in Atari when I was younger. You guys will look at me, like I'm a nut. And you'd be better off to start off in the era where, Super Mario 2 or Super Mario 3 or games of that era. People are like, I remember that. I played that with my father when I was, 5 years old, 6 years old, and that's cool. And then you can build from that. I can keep going from that. If I go back to the Atari era when it came and gone, and I'm like 6 years, 7 years old, no, you're not going to remember. You're like, what's Mark rambling about now? So that's why I don't ramble about stuff like that. But I will discuss stuff. Keep in mind that when I do say stuff like that, it's going to be interesting. Well, guys, this is my quick video. This is my weekend roundup video. I'm going to do upcoming videos and my weekend news video, upcoming videos, live streams, top 10 games over my life, more news about gaming stores like GameStop, game industry, gaming community. I'll put that in there, make it a lot more easier to understand. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Once again, I'll give you updates on future videos when those videos I've mentioned and then in this stream will come available. It'll be a couple weeks, but it will come available. Unless GameStop goes out of business Monday, then I'll make a special report on Wednesday. I get off work. But until then, peace out. See you later. Peace.